Hi friends, this is Mark. We're here and we're talking about barbecue beef spare ribs. I mean to tell you. And we're going to show you how to prepare these. Told to me by a very good friend of mine who is a very good friend of Tony Roma. And the preparation is key. So stand by and we'll show you it all from beginning to end. And I tell you, you will love these ribs. My mom and dad were both chefs in the restaurant business 60 years. I've built restaurants, run restaurants. I can tell you right now, we love to cook. And I know you do as well. Here we go. Okay, the first thing we want to do is get these babies over to the sink. We want to take them and cut them out. These are beautiful bone and beef back ribs, zero artificial ingredients. We want to cut these babies open with a nice sharp knife. Yeah. And we want to rinse them. I'm always into rinsing, you know. Get that old beef blood off of these right now. I like that. We take these, and throw them in a bowl. And I'm coming over here and I'm cutting up the other. Two so far, right? So you get what I'm doing. All I'm doing is cutting and rinsing at this point. Beginning part of the prep. Oh yeah. Get them in? Just like you're seeing. You got fat like that, sometimes it can add to the flavor. I might leave it in, we'll see. Okay, that's what we're doing right there. Okay, here we are. Very important. We're going to take this whole back portion of this very thin piece of fat off. So we start, try to find it, do your best here to find it, get a fork. Sometimes I use a paper towel to help grip it, right? Say, is it worth this? Absolutely. Absolutely. You want these babies to break down, melt in your mouth? Here it is, here's the key. Pull that baby right off. If you miss some, go back and get it. There it is, boom. First prep. Next you go in between the rib and break that piece of sinew or muscle or ligament or whatever it is in there. Right here. See that? There it is. See it? I took it right out. Each one of those, take them out or just break them. It's ever working for you. They'll melt up in that 275 heat for 4 hours. This is the first prep on the first set of ribs. You cheat, you'll know when you take a bite, right? Now we want to lance each one of these right straight down. A little bit of a cut. Like so. Lance them right down. Don't cut them off. But make sure that when it begins to cook, they'll break apart nicely. These babies will melt in your mouth. Now we come up and we do a little cut at the top, about an inch down. See that? If it gets confusing, cut one side or the other. But you'll see it, how that sits. Big end, right there. See that? A little accordion effect. Now we're going to take this baby and put it in a bowl. Now we'll be putting some olive oil and some spices on here and let them sit for a few minutes, of course, before we get them in the oven. So that's the first prep. Now I'm going to do that to 3 others, just like you just seen. Okay. Okay, one more time. Pull this baby right off, that skin fat at the back. There you go, right. Yeah. Get it off. And that can be a real pain in the blessed assurance, but you keep working at it. Get that off. See what I add to the flavor? It adds to the toughness. Believe me, we'll have flavor. Don't forget to lance them and pick out the little muscle or sinew right here. And each one. Very important to remember that. All right, let's move on. Okay, we're back. Now, we have all these here, sitting here, just like this, getting ready, waiting. But I like to put some olive oil in there, right? Don't be shy. Worcestershire sauce. Yeah. Steak seasoning, rumble it in there. I love garlic, more garlic. I love a little ginger. I'll throw that in there just because we can. Tastes good. Can I pepper this? Yeah, I've got to have a little pepper here. I like this, some of this beef broth base. Put some of that in there. And I like chopped up onions, you know. These little minced onions, although we use fresh in most other things, but I like it how they look on top, you know, as it begins to cook, which you'll see. We'll be putting a lot more spices on it anyways. And a little onion powder. And I want to, a little more oil. Let's, now I just want to mix this up. Let them sit together for a little bit. I'm not marinating per se. That takes hours. Put it in the fridge. Marinating is cool. But these you can make at home, you know, right here. And grilling is cool, and smokers are cool. All those have their purpose. But you want some of the best rib you're ever going to make or anybody taste, we're making them right now. I like to rub that in there. See that? And let it sit like that. Just a little bit. It's thanking you too. Thank you so much. See it? Hear it? Yeah. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Okay. Now we let those sit while I get the pan ready. They've all been cut. They've all had their, I left a little fat on there. This will be good. These are great. These are looking really, really good. While the ribs are sitting around in that bowl and that nice little concoction that we made with olive oil and garlic and all those good spices, I'm going to chop up some garlic and get it going. I'm going to chop up a couple onions here, right, and get that going. This is for the barbecue sauce we're going to make. All right, I know you'll like that. The sauce is key, man, is key. I like onion. I know a lot of you do as well. And I'm sure a lot of you are great cooks out there, man. A lot of chefs listening. Chop these babies up, throw them in with the garlic, and get them going nicely. And then I'll prepare up some of the sauce, show you how to do that. Okay, we got our onions cooking. And while they're cooking, I love to throw in some of this, yes, brown sugar. I like to put some pepper in there. I like to jazz up my onions. It really makes a difference. I like to throw a little garlic powder in there. And I think I'll take some salt, Himalayan salt. Okay, and let that baby cook in. Getting a nice color. I'm going to throw my garlic in now. Sorry about the loud bang bang. Garlic. And we're making a barbecue sauce. And you make this yourself. I'm showing you how to do it. It'll taste great, and then you can add things or take off things as you want, right? Nice. Look at that baby. Cooking nice. Sometimes I throw in, you know, brothers and sisters. Hey, what are you doing? Hey. I really can't go wrong there. And throw in a little Worcestershire sauce. Throw a lot more in later. Let these babies cook a little bit. Alright, they've cooked nice with the garlic, and now we're putting in the ketchup. Now, I'm going to use about 4 cups of this. So I just come down here and I just start ramming it in. I get the idea as soon as I see it. Anybody who's been cooking 50 years, you get a good idea after a while, right? Nice. Now we're going to put in some mustard. You say how much? This much. Not that much. Yeah, I like also Dijon for some little kick. Not much now. You see what I'm putting it in. And you can't take the spice out. Stir that around a bit. That's another main ingredient that's going to go in here next. Well, you're going to put in Worcestershire sauce. Yep, that much. I like a little Louisiana hot sauce in there, because I can. Put it down to medium heat here. Onions and everything are cooked up nicely. Can you smell that? Smelling nice. Now we come to another main ingredient. The rest of that brown sugar. I have some monk fruit back here, which is great. If you're into white sugar, get some monk fruit, man. It's natural and it's actually good for you. It tastes like sugar and looks like sugar. Sugar, that'll kill you. Too much of it, especially. Everything's in moderation, of course, you know. Okay, here we go. How's that look for a nice barbecue sauce? I also like to add once in a while, run over to the fridge, cheat, a little sweet and spicy sugar, or sweet baby rays. I throw a little bit of that in there, because I can, right? I like the onions. I like the whole look as it spreads across and you bite into it. It's really nice. Now we're going to let that cook, for a couple hours at least on low, and then we're going to put a little of this on the ribs before I put them in, of course. And later on we'll come back and put a nice topping of barbecue sauce on it. Yeah. Okay, we got the pan, aluminum foil if you can use that, and then we put down some, doesn't make a difference what side either, they both work the same. And then I spray it with oil, of course. Then I'm going to put in a little water now, so it produces steam, really gets the ribs, not too much now, you don't want to drown them. And I like to throw some of this beef stuff in. It's a beef broth seasoning. Stir that up a bit in there. I always like to throw a little onion pieces down in there. Why? Because I can. And flavor does transfer. Get good tasting ribs this way too. A little garlic down in there. Yeah, let them hover. Now, I come over here and get the ribs, lay them just like this in there. See? Fat side down. Notice I'm putting them over each other just a little bit. Let all that juice run down into the next one. Yes. These look great. Fix them up here. See how they are? Nice. Now I come back and I'm going to put some spices on there. I'm going to spice these up once again here. That's on the top here. Sort of a steak seasoning. Although I do have ginger in this recipe and all sorts of goodies. Back to the onions on top. Give flavor. It soaks in. Yes. How they look? Look good? The fat over there. And then don't be afraid. If you miss a little section, come back and put it on there. Don't put too much spice on there. You'll salt it to death and it'll taste not as good. I'll give it a little Worcestershire sauce in here because I can. And I just put some of this barbecue sauce I have on here I just made. Just to throw it on there just a little bit. Just to say, hey, how you doing? Oh, yeah, just, you ain't gotta go crazy with it. I'm just trying to spread it out a little bit and having fun. I'm going to take this, rub that in a bit. Nice. Because I'm going to give it a full layer, each one individually. before they cook. All right. Now what am I going to do with these? I'm going to put them in the oven at 275 degrees for 4 hours. I'm going to cover it fully with aluminum foil. Okay, we'll see it about 2 hours in. We'll check, see how the water's doing. You don't want to run out of water. It's very important. Keep them steaming in there. Okay, let's oven up. Okay, 4 hours at 275 degrees. Let's take a look. We did look a couple hours in, had good water left. Oh, look at those. Those are beautiful. And still yet we got a little bit to go. Very nice indeed. Now we're going to put some sauce on them. And we're going to put them to this pan over here. Okay, and do 2 at a time. Well, we lost some bones along the way, as you can see here, which is very good, which means the meat is very, very moist. I've got them covered with barbecue sauce right now. I'm getting them, putting them under the broiler. Let's do it. Okay, just took them off from underneath the broiler, and they are looking fabulous. Tasted some. They're just falling out the bone, and they are excellent. Have fun doing this yourself and sitting around party it with some beans, right? Macaroni salad. Maybe another side like corn. Well, thanks for watching. Can you smell them? Oh man, that is so good.